Guide for Inner Spiritual Work by Rabbi Michael-ben-Pesach Portnaar. The 25th lesson. Things that come from the heart. What leaves the heart enters the heart. 1. Why do we see that even if things have already entered the heart, one still falls from this or from his degree? 1. The man that comes from the heart, the inner prayer, enters the heart, mad, answer, light, abundance from above. The thing is that when one hears the words of Torah from his teacher, he immediately agrees with his teacher and resolves to observe the words of his teacher with his heart and soul. Afterwards, when he comes out of it, 2. He sees kovets and is infected with the multitude of desires roaming the world, and his mind and his heart will annul before the majority. 2. Goes into the observation of the community, reshut harabim, and comes under the power of the surrounding wishes of his outer being. As long as the human beings are strengths that let them bend to the scale of merits, lachriya et haolam lekav zchut. As long the world draws at him, he will mingle his wishes and thoughts. You could say he is as a sheep that is submitted to his shepherd, who leads him to the slaughter. There is no free choice. Again, there's no free will, or neither free choice. He has to think, wishes, and demand he wants from him. In such case, he chooses for strange thoughts, strivings, and loathsome lusts and desires, also everything what is against the Torah. There is no counter force that can resist the influence of society. There's only one solution: to attach oneself at his Rabbi and the holy books, and feed oneself with these books and the authors. Through this connection, he can change his opinion to the good. Only through the merging with his Rabbi and the holy books, a person can return to the real aim of the creation. Only when a human being is in holiness, he can start the discussion with his self and brings forward reasonable arguments. Now his intellect is obligated to follow the path leading to the Creator. With chokhmot, discussions, arguments, and proof, it is impossible to kill the egoism. All sensible arguments make him to follow the path leading to the Creator, come forwards from the merging with the Rabbi, the teacher. Once he loses his base, his arguments will lose the strength at the same time. That's why a person never must trust an argument of his intellect. Instead, he has to cleave at his books and his Rabbi. Only then a Rabbi can help him. In no way your intellect or your arguments can help you, because there is no spirit in it. 25. Continued. A. Things that come from the heart. What leaves the heart enters the heart. Though considering the fact that the words have already entered the heart, he will sometimes fall down. When a person hears the Torah from his Rabbi, a longing will be raised to fulfill this knowledge with heart and soul. Back in the material world, he will be influenced by wishes of others and merge together with them. His knowledge, heart, and wishes will be vanished through the community. There is no strength in him left to let the scale of the world goes to the side of merits. The wishes of the community transform him, and he merged with them as a sheep just before the slaughtering. He thinks, wishes, feels, and demands just as the mass. He chooses their strange thoughts, desires, and comfort, and loses all strengths. There's only one way out: to merge with his Rabbi and his books. Only in their influence he can change his opinion and wishes. In this merging there is a beautiful specialty that will bring him back to the source. In that way one can constantly be merged. Only through an unceasing digesting about the things he hears and learns with the mainly aim to correct oneself. In a group under influence of a rabbi and the subject of the learning, it seems he is hero and he is afraid for nothing. Let it come. But at such a moment nothing will come, or maybe heavy situations. The meaning of the learning is to bring a person out of his seemingly uplifted condition. Falling and failures are inevitable at the path to his goal. Every time when the connection with the Creator is lost, it is relevant to return as soon as possible to the situation of uplifting and connection with the Creator. But how can one do this when one is lost and every connection with the Source is broken? There are no prescriptions. Everyone has to go its own path. During the lessons there is aviyut, the thickness of a wish, at the level of shoresh, the root, 0. A man is cut off from his wishes and merged with the enter of the learning. It is supposed that a student at such moments receives nekudat of Moshe Rabbeinu, the point of Moshe, our teacher. It starts to work in him, and now he's connected with the Torah. When a person leaves the study atmosphere and has to deal with his daily things, his aviyut goes to the level of dalet, 4, or the level of his material wishes. He loses the connection with the spirituality and wishes to fulfill his selfish wishes. One, he has to seek for a possibility to merge again with the spirituality. He has to eliminate his wishes of the level of aviyut, dalet, and to go step by step to the aviyut, the shoresh. Through this, he can justify his situation and accept everything what happens in his life. The work is to let come both ends together. Of course, one can't realize this at once. Over and over again, one has to make effort. When a person is in a moment of a spiritual uplifting, he may never forget the upcoming fall. Look forwards and redeem your time and tempo yet. With the expression of the mind, it is impossible to win. Every uplifting and fall is necessary to accept the help of the masahim, the screens, the anti-egoistic strengths. Please review at the end of the lesson, in the written materials, the table consisting of 4 columns. What to correct, with what, result, and goal. Be well. Until next time.